among the prophecies in Daniel, of course, in the last days, he very clearly specifies the last days, knowledge will increase and many will run to and fro. And I do an awful lot of traveling, probably 150,000 miles a year. And I can tell you, I think of it every time I go into an airport. And I can remember when it wasn't like this. It's amazing. You go into an airport, millions and millions of people running to and fro. I mean, I'm off to Europe. I was just the last couple of months I've been in South America and South Africa, both. It's astonishing. Running to and fro, exactly as the Bible said. And knowledge will increase. I mean, you look at a computer and think what's happening. The explosion of knowledge on the internet, it's exponential. It's beyond what anybody could have ever imagined. And the increase in knowledge is exactly as the Bible foretold.
According to the prophet Daniel, whose words were recorded some 2,500 years ago, in the last days we would expect a time when people would travel to and fro, literally around the world, and knowledge would increase. There would be an explosion of information. Today, as we look at the information age in which we live, we see that the words of Daniel are being fulfilled before our very eyes.
It's interesting that in the days of David or Abraham, we communicated with handwritten messages. We traveled at the speed of horseback, and we clothed ourselves with an agrarian economy. You can go all the way through history to George Washington, who was communicated with written messages. He traveled at the speed of horseback, and he clothed himself with an agrarian economy. And here in just a short time, we now communicate at the speed of light, we travel at the speed of sound, and we create the very atoms and molecules that we desire for synthetic fabrics. It's incredible to realize the speed at which technology has enriched our culture from a technological point of view.
As we watch the explosion of technology and knowledge, as well as the transportation and communication revolution, we wonder, how could the prophet Daniel have predicted this 2,500 years ago?
Technologically, we've come so far in our advances in what we're doing that it's impossible not to see us going even farther, even if it does cause setbacks.
And scientists even said, I believe, in general human knowledge, we know maybe about 50 more times more than we did, like, I believe it was a century ago, something like that. So, I mean, we're exploding.
Well, with communication as it's developed, I mean, now we can know what's going on across the world within 2 seconds. 100 years ago, you couldn't do that. You know, right now, our community is a global community.
Communications, you know, you could call anywhere around the world. You can get on the computer, go anywhere around the world. That's very important. Technology is just increasing as a whole. As you see less and less cash carried around, more of the cards, the checking, the internet buying at least, and, you know, cash will soon be obsolete.